Okay, so let's start. We will talk about investments, but first of all, I want you to introduce yourself. So please, Charles, can you start?
Yes, thank you for choosing. My name is Charles Lopes, 42 years old. I'm married, two beautiful daughters. I was born in Brasilia a long time ago, but currently I live in Santarém City, north of Brazil, Pará State, north Amazon region. My profession is agronomy or agricultural engineer. That's it. That's all. Good
Thank
morning
you,
for you, Yasmin.
Charles. Good morning. And what about you, Aurelio?
Hi guys, I'm Aurelio. I'm 52 years old. I was born in Italy. I live in Italy. I'm in Italian, logically. And I attending this meeting because like you, I like the idea to improve my English speaking ability. That's it, guys.
Thank you. And now, Antonio.
Hello guys, good morning. My name is Antonio Augusto. I'm 19 years old and live in São Paulo. And I'm here to talk in English with different people. It's a pleasure.
Thank you. What about you, Bruna?
Good morning, guys. For me, it's a good afternoon, actually. So my name is Bruna. I'm 30 years old. I'm from São Paulo, but I'm living in Ireland at the moment. So I like to travel and to meet new people, and I'm here to improve my conversation. And it's nice to meet you all again.
Thank you, Bruna. And now, what about you, Nondas?
Good morning everyone. I'm Nondas, I'm from Brasilia. I'm drinking more water. I love to listen to podcasts and to watch videos on YouTube. I'm 27 years old. I work as a personal training. I'm an expert in physiology of the exercise. And yeah, that's all for today.
Okay, thank you all. And now let's start. So the first question is, when you hear the word money, what comes to your mind and why? Like I've heard that money is opportunity, and I really believe in this. So I want to know about you, Nondas.
Comes in my mind that I need a lot of money, how much I can have, but it's hard because money for me it's important, and in the past I thought about, oh, it's not so much important, it's okay, I'm good, I'm living, it's okay. But when you are the adult, your mind changed a little bit, so it's important to stay healthy and to buy your things and to protect your family. And money for me it's about possibilities, and I can resume in this word, possibilities.
Yeah, I think that I just think about this when I start to work, because when I was more young, it was not a problem, you know. And what about you, Aurelio?
Yes, for me, if I listen the word money, I think regarding my salary because it's so ridiculous. You think that I'm a technician, but my boss is he's preferred to pay us, me and my colleagues, the minimum, and for him is good because him respect the law here in Italy. But the situation is so ridiculous because I think that a technician like me is good if we have a good salary, not the minimum salary, but actually the salary here in Italy is, in a particular condition is so ridiculous. It's very, 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 one moment, shameful. for me. That's it, guys.
Yeah, I think that nowadays we are working more and receiving less. You know, so this is really difficult. And you, Bruno?
For me, I think I agree with the guy said before, and we need to have a money for live. It's ridiculous, but when we have a more, it's better, more and more. So it's like Nonda said, it's an opportunity, and we can live more and enjoy more our life and do more things. Yes, I think it's necessary. It's like Aurelio said, in Brazil is the same situation. We need to work a lot for getting a little better. Complicated, so sad.
Yeah, you said something really interesting, like you about to have more money, right? So maybe if I had more money, I will spend more, you know. So
Me too.
what about you, Antonio?
Well, I think money is a measure of value of goods and service. Sometimes it's not a perfect one, like I already said, the value of his work was not well defined by his bosses. And I think too, the power of make things happen, at least in a material way.
Because I've never encountered.
I look at the site, the pro.
Okay. Okay.
So do you need help?
Yes, because we don't. Oh yes, you
The
put the
questions.
question. Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Now
Right.
I
Thank
see.
you.
Now I see.
In order to have
Entire life for stability, and I think it's my big dream. That's it, I guess. Can I read the second question? Everyone answered this question?
Yeah. Go ahead.
Yes. All right. Thank you, man. When you hear the word money, what's coming on? What you've heard from your parents about money? My parents don't say nothing for me because I not have parents anymore. Long time. I raised only with my mother, and my mother passed away when I was 18 years. And no, my mother don't talk about money, about things like that. Maybe my mother told me more about study, and study will give you more possibility. And I think this statement means money indirectly, I guess. That's it. Okay, Yasmin. That's it for me.
Oh, so I've heard a lot of things about money, and like that I need to have my own money to buy my things that I want and things that I need. And that, as I said, that money is opportunity. So if you have money, you can like buy things that you want or to invest in your studies, things like this. And you, Antonio?
Well, my parents said a lot of saving money. Like if I want to buy something of great value, I need to save money for a period of time. And I think money has this as characteristic that you can value the present and the future in the same unit. But yeah, they taught me about to save, not to spend every money that I have in the present, because the future will come.
Yeah, I think this thing about save money makes me become a penny pincher, you know, like I don't like to spend money. I'm always trying to save. And what about you, Bruna?
In my house, my parents don't talk so much about money. I think it's more for study. It's like Charlie said, and for giving more opportunities. If you study more, you can get a better salary. So yeah, I think it's nowadays I can teach my my parents to save more money and spend better than before, because I did college from finance and accountant, so I have more knowledge nowadays, and I can teach a day for spend more than in the past. And for you, Aurelio.
Yes, in my case, when I was young, I remember that my parents told me that you can find the money on the ground. It's important to have a good salary if it's possible and to manage it in the best way. And thanks to this suggestion, today I have, yes, my salary is not excellent. It's so funny if I speak regarding my salary. But fortunately, thanks the good manager to do my wife, we have a good life and we stay very well without a big problem, fortunately. But in my point of view, thanks to my parents, it's important to manage our money or our salary in the best way to do all necessity for the family if you have a family like me, or eventually to save it in the bank, because in the future you can have a problem, and if you have a lot of money in your in the bank, is good because you can resolve every problem eventually. That's it, guys.
Yeah, maybe nowadays we have more contact with this kind of knowledge about financial situation and things like this. So what about you, Charles? Charles already answered, right? Yeah. So Nondas, go ahead.
In my house, I heard a lot of things, different things about money, like I don't know how can I say this in English, but senso comum. For example, the money is the root of the evil, or if you have a lot of money, you can have problem. So it different kinds of things, but I hear a lot to study, to save money, don't spend money, don't exaggerate to spend money. We don't have money enough, so when you have your own money, you buy for it and things like that. But it's interesting because here in Brazil, talk about money, it's a kind of taboo, and about salary and how much money you earn and things like that. It's not very common. Normally the people don't feel uncomfortable to talk about money, and it's hard because normally when you don't talk about one thing, you don't have knowledge enough, or you don't have control about this thing, and it's hard to deal with that.
Yeah, I've heard that you can't be ambitious too, because this is something wrong. This is not good. But everyone wants money. We live in a capitalism, so everyone answered, Antonio. Yeah. Okay, so let's go to the next. How do you deal with money? How do you keep control of your bills? How is the way that you were raised impacting this? Like, as I said, I'm like my grandmother, so I'm always saving money because she teach me that. So I'm a penny pincher. I just buy something if I really want, and maybe if I really want, I don't spend money. I think, oh, I could buy this later. And what about you, Bruna?
It's funny because when I was younger, I spent a lot of money. I receive hundreds, for example, I spent in total. So nowadays, I have more knowledge and I think if I need, if I want. So I have more control than before. So I have in my mind the bills that I need to pay and the things that I need to buy month by month. But I like to spend with travel, for example, and for food, go out and in my weekends. And I like to spend, but it's a difference with my past. Yeah, and I save money when I can. And for you, Charles.
Oh, I think like you, but I used to have too much responsibility with my bills and my money. I I was born and I grew up in too much humble family, and money always was a problem for us. And I think I learned since I was young to save money, uh, and nowadays I used to save more or less 20% of my that everything I wear. I think this rule it's famous in some books, and I used to do this, but okay for me. And I think I already answered the end of the question. I was born in the family, and we need to save money since I was young. I learned to do this, but nowadays I don't have any problem. My my salary can provide me everything that I want. Not too much luxurious, but okay, okay for me. How about you, Antonio?
Well, as I said, my parents taught me a lot of saving, and now I'm trying to reach the balance between spending and saving because future is uncertain. So saving everything is not a very intelligent way to live. And I'm not working yet, so the money that I have is not necessarily mine. So I try to have respect for the money of my parents. I know people young that spend a lot, but they don't have conscience that they are not working. And sometimes I feel some beauty, but I know that I'm growing up to be an adult and work will come. I'm studying, learning English, but I'm trying to have this respect.
Yeah, thanks for sharing. And what about you, Nondas?
I can say that I have a good relation with money, but I had to learn about I learned about money inside my house. My father is not the best person to teach me about money and always in problem with money, and my mom on the other hand, trying to control the situation. So it was hard for me and for my family because of that. But now I try to keep control about my money and the bills. It's hard to control myself about Shopee, Amazon, and things like that, but I try. And yeah, that's it. It's important because, as I said before, when you are an adult, you have responsibilities, and I have to pay my bills, my taxes in my house, and to help my mom, and to keep my business open. So it's important to be responsible, and it helped me to be more health with my money.
And about you, Aurelio?
Yes, I told you this before. Fortunately, in my family, my wife manage all the money that we have, and this is good because she do a miracle to manage in the best way for our necessity. Is well, probably it's good, and this is good because I imagine my life. If I have a wife that jack in the basket many money, it is a problem. Fortunately, my wife is very responsibility for our situation, and she's managing the best way in every occasion, and this is good for me.
Yeah, so I think we can skip to the question number 6. So when is the right time to talk with kids about money? So I knew someone that gives a credit card for like his son, and the son is just 10 years old. So maybe we could talk with kids about money, but not in this way, like to give a credit card. But I don't know. What about you, Antonio?
Well, I think the most early better, depends on the way. I think the kids should learn about time and the exchange they have to do about the present and the future, because it's very important dealing with money. So when they have this sense of time, we can have some experience about saving, spending, planning. I think it's a good thing for parents to talk about money with their kids. Except all.
But like, do you think there is like the right age to start talking about this or not?
Well, I think when the kids start to understand, it's the right age. It depends.
Yeah. And you know this.
From my point of view, it's important to talk about money because money guide our society. And so as soon as possible, my point of view, as soon as possible, I heard about money since I was a kid, and good things and bad things. But it's important to, in my point of view, the main important thing is to teach about responsibility. And when you are a responsible person, you can handle with your money and with your relation and everything that you do. So in my point of view, don't this is an right age to talk about money. As soon as possible, as Antonio said. And if the kid understand about money, yeah, teach about that. And it's important to teach about money, but maybe don't put literally money, but teach about responsibly and about what you can do, what you don't can do, and things like that. It's important to talk about responsibility. If the person is responsible, you don't have problem with money and other things.
Yeah. And what about you, Aurelio?
Yes, I'm sorry. Yes, in my point of view, I think that the good age is around about 10 years old, because in that moment, here in Italy, there is this habit to to do pocket money at the guys, and it's important that they understand the value of the money and the importance, because if they don't understand the real situation regarding the money, they spend the money without control, and this is not good. Nowadays, I have this problem with my nephew, because they are so young and they think that the money is not a problem. If they see a toys in the shop, they told me, can I have these toys? Can I have other that? Can I have this phone? And this is not good. It's important that they understand that to have much money in the pocket is so hard, because the parents they work very hard to have a lot of money in the pocket. And it is important, and is important to explain this particular situation at the youngest, yes, it's good, youngest people. In my point of view, it's important.
Yeah, something that I learned with my mother is that when I want something, she always said, "Okay, so do you know how many days I need to work to buy this?" And she always tell me, you know. So what about you, Charles?
For me, since they born, yes, that's it. I think we don't have time for talk about money. I think you should um, raise your kids, integrate your family, and I think we share everything with your kids. In my house or at my family, we share everything with our kids, our two daughters, and we don't need to talk low in their room, because everything in my house we share with my daughters, and we put in their mind our philosophy, right? I guess. Money for us, it's a thing we need to manage with too much responsibility. And that's it. I think we don't have any time. Since my daughters was in the venture of my wife, they listen about money. Yeah, because we talk a lot about this, and we share with her, with they, about everything. I'm not think give a credit card for kid, it's a problem. Like my eldest daughter have 11 years, and she has more responsibility than a lot of adults guy, right? She don't have credit card because it's not necessary, but she have totally access to my cell phone, to my credit cards, and sometimes I give her my credit card, and she can buy everything free though. I don't have any because I know, and I have totally confiança nela. I don't know how I can say this, or I forgot as right now. That's it. I agree. I believe because I teach her. That's it, I guess.
Yeah, I think it's important to tell them about the financial situation, what you can do or not, And what about you, Bruna?
I think it's very important to teach the kids as soon as possible. So like Aurelio said, they need to give explanation and the importance of the money, the value, and how can we work hard to win the money. So I think it's very, very important to teach your kids. And yeah, I agree with you, all of you.
So the next one is, what do you know about investments? What you've heard about this? Maybe the first contact that I had with investments was about studies. Like you need to invest in your studies, you need to buy courses and things like this. And I want to know about you, Bruna.
I started, I think, in the college because I need to save more money than normal way, and I have same materials. I don't know. I have a teacher in particular for the same way subjects, and my husband invests before than me, so I can learn about it with him as well. And yeah, and I study with YouTube and other things because I think when I was younger, I don't see the value in investments. So now I see much value about it.
Is there a YouTube channel that you like to watch?
Yeah, it's like Primo Rico and Natalia Arcuri, Me Poupe. Yes, something like that.
Yeah, I like Nath Finanças too.
I know. I've seen. Very
Yeah.
good.
And what about you, Aurelio?
Yes, the investment is a good idea, but it's important to have much money because without money you can do it. But fortunately, in my case, for me, is a good investment. I can do this with a book, with a culture, yes, because I love the books, and if I have the possibility, I buy, yes, I buy different types of books, and use it to improve my culture, my personal culture, or the culture in my family. And I think that is a good investment. Yes, it's not regarding the money, but it's good because if you have a good culture, you can improve in your work. If you find a good boss that pay you very well. But I think that in this way is good for my brain, but is not regarding the improve my salary in this case. But I think that the investment in the culture is good. That's it, guys.
Yeah, so could you share with us a book that you like about these kind of things?
Actually, I bought this because I started to study Spanish. And this is good because I like to study a different types of language. And regarding this, I love the astronautic words regarding the human space flight. This is in English logically because it's the best way for me to improve my English speaking ability. And actually, I study English and Spanish, and I search to improve my capacity regarding the Italian's grammar rules because many people here in Italy tell I'm Italian, I speak the Italian very well, but it's not correct because many people here in Italy don't speak very correct the Italian languages, and this is important to improve our capacity to study very deeply the Italian's grammar rules. This is my point of view, guys. That's it.
Yeah, thanks for sharing. And you, Nondas?
I totally agree with Aurelio and 100% because normally I heard about investments since I was a teenager, and the first book that I read because I really wanted to read is about finance, and but it's important to know that in my point of view, of course, when you are a teenager, when you are young, for me, the best thing that you can do is invest in yourself and your knowledge, and maybe books or good channels on YouTube, and enjoy your time investing in yourself, in your skills, in your capacity, because especially when you are young, you don't have money so much normally. You don't have money so much. So if you have skills, you can improve yourself and maybe to have a good job, or to have more money. And it's important, it's very important. And let me see. Yeah, I heard about this in when I was a teenager, and in my point of view, the most important thing is investing in knowledge, and you need knowledge to invest in stocks and things like that, and to have more money, as we are doing now, and improve our English, and it's a good thing to do too.
Yeah. And you, Charles?
Yes, I will follow the Aurelio line, and I think the first investment you should do is knowledge. And my first the first investment I read from my mother, it's exactly this: study a lot, and maybe you will give success in the future. But talk about the other markets, so stock market, like your line. Yes, I read, or I read before, maybe when I was 20 or 22 years, and I always uh, put a lot of uh, attention in this. So, and, oh, I really like this subject, because I'm a little addicted in this subject. So I used to do this a lot, and I think if I know you will ask for me an advice, and I will give you a recommendation, and I think you should drink in the font. Maybe Adam Smith, it's the first book you should read for know a little more about market and finance. Uh, yeah, that's it, I think. And I used to do this, and I used to do investment, and watch a lot of YouTube videos, like you comment in the some minutes before. I think that's it.
Okay, thanks for sharing. And what about you, Antonio?
Well, I'm totally agree with what being said, like investing in knowledge and your development as a person. But to share experience, my first contact with investments was on YouTube with Natalia Arcuri. And I think that is one of the main reasons I choose to do economics. When I'm a kid, I wanted to do administration, business management, but I changed to economics because I became fascinated with the treasure bonds, stocks, and some things like this in the market. And I'm agree with Charles. Adam Smith is a good book to start. It's not so difficult. even if it's old, I think 1060, something like that. But it's funny to read.
Okay, and so let's go to our last question. If you could choose one company to invest your money, what company would you choose? I really don't know, but maybe I will like to invest in some company about fast food because it's something that still increases a lot, like McDonald's, maybe that is my favorite. And you know this.
I don't know about this question because if I will invest in stocks, for example, and of course one bank, of course, but if I invest in a company, in my own company, of course, it's my best investment.
So very good point. I was not thinking about this, but and you, Antonio?
Well, today I'm analyzing the port sector, the stock market, and I'm liking the kind of the shapes and structure of the sector. But like Nondas, I will invest on the bank. I think it's more easy to preview the prices. But yes, some rule is the company that will give you the more return. Personal gain.
Yeah, I think maybe a digital bank. Yeah. So, and you, Aurelio?
For me, this question is so hard. I never think regarding this way, and to be honest, I haven't idea regarding this, guys. I'm so sorry. It's the first time I think in this way for me. I haven't idea. I'm so sorry, guys.
It's okay, but thanks for sharing. And you, Charles?
Oh, I have my favorite company that I have some investment. It's Embraer in the aviation sector. But in addition, I will give one or two more advice, I guess. I like to invest in the renewable energy, energy eolic, and in Brazil, of course, I like to invest in the transportation, like ferrovia, hidrovia. That's it, I guess.
Yeah, and you, Bruna?
So for me, I don't invest for a long time because I need to plan a lot of things in the same way, in the same time. Sorry, but if I could today, I think I will invest in Amazon or other companies have a investment in technologies because it can be win all of the world because the people use a lot on Facebook and something like that. So I can't in the moment, but I think it's very good for if you can invest in euro or dollar, but it's a little expensive for us. But one day, I hope so.
Yeah, thanks for sharing. Welcome back, everyone. I want to know, Clay, how was the conversation? Tell me.
Oh, first of all, hello Aurelio, my friend. How's it going? Hello everyone. Aurelio is the best guy. So the conversation was awesome as always. So we talked a lot about money, how you raised, how you learned to deal with money. So I think it was very important topic today. So I think we learned a lot, we shared a lot. So TNT is always the best.
And I have a question for you. When is the right time to talk with kids about money?
I just answered this question. So I don't have kids yet. So I think it would be a tough question to me to answer. But as I said, I think when kids start asking for expensive gifts, so I think this is the right time to start talking about money, to save money, to teach them how to deal with money, what you have to do to buy your own stuff, you know. So if I have to say an age, I would say around 10, because I think this is the moment when I started asking my father to buy something to me, you know, for me. And this is brings me good memories, what I have to do, so to behave, to deserve earning some money or to gain some money. So I think this is the right time to start talking. So this is for me. I don't have kids yet. I don't know how to deal with it. So thanks.
Yeah, thanks for sharing. And Tiago, I have a question for you. If you could choose one company to invest your money in, what company would you choose and why?
I don't know, maybe Tesla. I think Tesla, because it looks like a good and important company to invest nowadays, in my opinion.
Yeah, thanks for sharing. And now, Monica, how was the conversation? And when you hear the word money, what comes to your mind? Monica? We can hear you.
I don't know if could you repeat my room is it's me change for another guy because I'm going to office. Okay.
Okay.
Another opportunity. I answer you. Okay.
Okay. Okay. It's okay. So, guys, I want
My
to thank
internet
you.
is
Okay. So I want to thank you all for this conversation. I'm sharing with you the link of the feedback. So please go there and tell me what do you think about this subject. And if you have a suggestion, you can put there too. So I could try to bring this topic for you. And thank you so much. Have a nice day. Have a nice week. And that's all.
You
Thank
too.
you, guys. Bye, everyone.
Bye. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Well, it was a pleasure, guys.
Bye.